Assalamu alaikum students. Standard 8th, Subject Geography, Chapter number 7, Population. Population is the whole number of people living in an area such as town or city. And students, it is an important factor which is responsible for the development of a region. Now students, let us quickly look at these questions. So how many students are there in your class? Then out of the total number, how many are boys and how many girls? Then how many are absent? What is the total strength of students in your school? Then what is the total number of boys and girls in your school? Which class has maximum strength of student? Then which class has the most absentee? So students, from this exercise, we can obtain information about the strength of the students in our school or particular class. Then how many girls are there, how many boys are there, right? So in similar manner, information can be obtained about the population. So students, remember that population is the whole number of people living in an area such as town or city, and it is an important factor responsible for the development of a region. Now let us find and mark the 10 countries with the most people currently. So any idea, students? Students, let us look at this together. So students, these are the 10 countries which are most populated countries. So as we know that population of the world is increasing day by day. And as per the latest estimates, the world population, China is the first most populated country. So China contributes 20% towards the world population. And so in the list of most populated countries, China takes the first spot. And students, then India is the second most populated country. And then after that, United States, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, all these countries are there. So students, China is the first most populated country. And India is the second most populous country in the world after China. So sometimes the population grows, sometimes the population decreases. So there are many factors that contribute to this. So students, today we will study all the issues related to population. So students, like other resources, population is important in the overall development of a particular region or country. So students, as we saw that we can obtain information about the strength of students in our school. So in a similar manner, we can obtain information about the population of village, taluka, then district, state, nation, and world. So students, while obtaining this information, we have to also consider age, sex ratio, literacy. So what is age? A particular period in somebody's life, right? Then the sex ratio is what? As per the gender, population can be divided into males and females. So the total number of females per 1,000 male is known as sex ratio. And next is literacy, right? So literacy means the ability to read and write. So students, the percentage of people who are literate as it is an indicator of the social and economic development of a society. So the country with high literacy rate develops rapidly in economic, social and cultural aspects. So many factors are responsible for the development of a region, such as soil, water, minerals and natural resources. So these are used for the development of a region. So students, several factors are responsible for the development of a region. Out of these, population is an important factor. So population also contributes to the development of a region because people who are industrious, make good use of these natural elements and develop themselves and the region. So students, population is an important factor for the development of any region. So now to study the population, we need to consider the following aspects. So the first one is population growth, then population distribution, population density and structure of population. So before starting, let us look at this table and answer some questions. First, which city has greater number of newly born children? So let us look here, total number of children born. So A city is how much? 2000 and B it is 2750. So B city has greater number of newly born children. Then which city records greater number of deaths? So total number of death. So as we can see here that B city records greater number of deaths. Now next, looking at the figures of in-migration and out-migration, which city has received more migrants? So as we can see here that A city has received more migrants, right? Next, calculate the population of both the cities in 2017. So let us look at the A city. So here 1 lakh plus 2000 will be how much? It will be 1 lakh and 2000, right? Then we have to subtract 1500 from that. So it will be 1 lakh 500. Then we have to add 23,000 in that. So it will be 1 lakh 23,500. And then we have to subtract 2000. So it will be what? It will be 1 lakh 21,500. So the population of A city in 2017 is 1 lakh 21,500. And similar, when we do the calculation for B city, it will be 1 lakh 20,550. Next, after considering all the points, which city has recorded more growth of population in 1 year? So students, as we saw that A city recorded 1 lakh 21,500 population in 2017 and B city recorded how much? 1 lakh 20,550. So, which is less than A city. So A city have recorded more growth of population in 1 year. Next, the total number of births are given. What would be this figure per 1000 population? What is the term for this? So students, the answer will be what? It will be, the number will be 20 for A city. So this is called birth rate. Then students, you can find the answer for B city. Next, what would be the number of deaths per 1000 population? What is the term used for this? So students, what we will do? We will write death rate is equal to number of deaths divided by total population multiplied by 1000. So it will be what? It will be 15. So the number of deaths per 1000 population will be 15. So this is called death rate. Now let us start with population growth. So students, from the above exercise, it can be seen that there is constant change in population of a region, right? So the population of any region is constantly changing. And sometimes the population decreases for some reason and sometimes it increases. So sometimes there is a decrease in population and at other time there is an increase. So this increase and decrease in population is related to the following factors. So these factors affect the growth or decline of the population. Now let us see what are these factors. So birth rate, death rate, life expectancy, migration. Now let us start with the birth rate. So the total number of newborn per 1000 population in a region in a year represent the birth rate in that region. So students, here we can see how many babies are born per 1000 population in a year in this region. So the number of live births per 1000 people in a year shows the birth rate. Now let us understand about death rate. So the total number of deaths per 1000 population in a region in a year represent the death rate of that region. So here, as we can see, how many people died per 1000 population in a year in this region. So the number of deaths per 1000 people in a year show the death rate. And students, remember that if the birth rate is greater than the death rate, then the population increases. Now the next is life expectancy. So students, the expected average life expectancy at the time of birth of a person in a region is called life expectancy. It means life expectancy is the average number of years a person in that particular can live after birth. So the average lifespan of an individual expected in an area at the time of birth. And next is migration. So students, a person or group of people leaving their place of residence and moving to another place or from another place to that place, this is called migration. So the movement of an individual or a group out of an area or into an area is called migration. And so there are two types of migration. So first is in-migration and the next one is